Hello, good day, viewer. So, I said I'm going to use a touch of calculus to solve quadratic equation. So, I think I saw this video on one of our boss platform, Tambowal Online Mathematics. So, I said, let me repost and solve it again. You understand? So that you guys will see it in case you have not seen something like this. So, I'm going to use this method here on the board here to solve quadratic equation. Of course, you can use it to solve any quadratic equation that has a real solution. Are we together? So, for example, if we have a question like a quadratic equation in the form as x squared minus x minus 6 equals to 0. You know this is a quadratic equation, right? So, for example, now what do we do there? We assign this guy, which is the coefficient of this is what is 1, which is going to say a equals to what? 1, b equals to what? Minus 1, and c, yeah, c equals to what? Minus 6. Of course, we want to use this guy here to solve this quadratic equation. That's a simple trick, right? So, of course, you know what's the meaning of this. This y prime, or you can call it y derivatives, or you can call it first derivative. You understand? So this y prime, and y prime here, we can simply say that in y is equal to what? X squared minus x equal minus 6. Of course. So if we say y prime now, y prime will be the derivative of this guy. So note that the derivative of every constant function is 0. The derivative of every identity function is what? 1. This is what I mean. If you differentiate an identity, you're having 1. Then if you differentiate a constant function, let's say you're having a constant function, you're having what? You're having 0. So that's what I mean. So if you differentiate this guy, x squared, you're having what? 2x for some people that studied calculus, of course. And if you differentiate x here, you're having what? 1. If you differentiate this constant, you're having 0. Are we together? So let's substitute this guy here. So y prime now is what? 2x minus 1 equals to plus or minus square root of what? B squared is what? B squared is minus 1 squared minus 4 times a is what? A is 1 times c is what? Minus 6. So from here, what do we do now? From here, we can say 2x, this minus 1 will cross over to this side to be plus 1. 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 1 squared is still what? Is still 1, right? Minus 4 times 1 is what? 4. Let me just say minus times minus is what? Plus 4 times 6, because if you do the calculation here, you're going to have here 24. So what do we do there next? We now say 2x equals to 1 plus or minus square root of what? 25. Of course, you know 1 plus 24 is what? 25. And we now say 2x equals to 1 plus or minus what? 5. Of course, you know we have the 5. The square root of 25 is what? Is 5. So what do we do there next? We now say we can divide both sides by 2, right? Divide both sides by 2. This will cancel this. And our x equals to 1 plus or minus 5 over 2. Of course, you can solve it from here since we have 2 signs. So let's distribute it. We can say that x now equals to 1 plus 5 over 2, which is 1 plus 5 over 2. 1 plus 5 is what? 6. 6 divided by 2 is what? 3. And also x equals to 1 minus 5 over 2. Of course, 1 minus 5 is what? Minus 4. Minus 4 divided by 2 is what? Minus 2. Right. So this is the value of x. So you can do well to also adopt this method to solve any quadratic equation. Remember, it only works for an equation that has a real root. Are we together? Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye-bye.